What an amazing privilege this is to join this absolutely beautiful initiative. I want to thank our holy brother Erez and his whole crew and his whole staff for creating the platform for us to connect to infinite light. And this is something that I know has been cried over, davened over, worked on for quite some time. So really, from all of our hearts, we thank all of you, enabling us to connect with each other, to connect with ourselves. And please, God, connect to all the dreams that Hashem has for us with infinite light. So I'm a little bit, hopefully not a little bit, on a big high right now, because I'm speaking with you right now from our home here in Efrat in Israel. And I just came home from Hebron, talking about infinite light and talking about the light of the Holy Land, the eyes of the Holy Land. Our third daughter, we're blessed with 5 children. Our middle daughter, her name is Ahavat Bima, pure, simple, complete love. Ahavat Bima just got her Chumash in Hebron, in front of the mamas and the papas. And I was wondering at that moment what, if they could give a snapshot from up above, what that looks like. And I think the Master of the World was saying at that moment, you don't need a snapshot from up above. You're right there. You're right there. Look at it with your eyes, with those eyes. So I'm speaking to you, I'm sharing with you, I'm crying with you really from a deep, deep sense of longing. In a very real and genuine and sincere way, hopefully, please God, to bring us all the eyes of the Holy Land to our screen, to our hearts. And I want to dedicate this, really, this session that we have to in honor of my daughter, in honor of all of our children, but the ones that have, this pure, simple, unblemished way of looking at the world. And the headquarters of that, of course, is here in Eretz Israel, in the land of Israel. So I want to sing with you a few tunes and share some Torahs to bring us to that place peacefully, calmly, and with a lot of simcha. So wherever you are, just please join me. על כן משכתי חסד ואהבה סולם אהבתיך על כן משכתי חסד ההודים ימושו והגבעות תמותנה וחסדי מאיתך לא ימוש ההודים ימושו והגבעות תמותנה וחסדי מאיתך לא ימוש an everlasting love. I have loved you, for this I have drawn you with my love. An everlasting love. I have loved you, for this I have drawn you with my love. The mountains will crumble and the hillside will fade away, but my love for you will not end. The mountains will crumble and the hillside will fade away, but my love for you will not end. Die, 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 do 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 bum 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 do 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 die, die, da da dee dee do 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 everlasting love. I have loved you, for this I have drawn you with my love, an everlasting love. I have loved you, for this I have drawn you with my love, with my love, with my love. The mountains will crumble and the hillside will fade away, but my love for you will not end. The mountains will crumble and the hillside will fade away, but my love for you will not end. Die, 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 di da da, do 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 do, di da 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 di da da di di, do 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 do, do do do. The mountains will crumble and the hillside will fade away, but my love for you will not end. All right, greetings again, everyone. Shalom uvracha, shalom aleichem. It's as I mentioned before, this is a tremendous chut to be part of such a wonderful festival, and a big yishar koach to everyone. You know, the eyes of Eretz Yisrael, the eyes of the Holy Land, are different types of eyes. And we'll try, with the few minutes that we have, to penetrate into this concept a little bit deeper. And I would love to share with you one of my favorite stories. I'm sure you've heard it before, but it's about a great tzaddik, Rabbi Elimelech of Karlin. Rabbi Elimelech of Karlin, he made a pilgrimage here to Eretz Yisrael before the state. I believe it was in the late 20s, possibly early 30s. And it was a long travel. He really, back then, even coming from Europe, it took a very long time, and the conditions also were pretty intense. The boat he sailed on docked at the port in Jaffa, in Yafo, and a bunch of Karliner Hasidim that were with him and that greeted him there asked him, they told him, Rebbe, come into the, I guess it was a car or maybe a train, I don't even know, probably a train. And they said to him, Rebbe, it's a little bit of a schlep from here, from Yafo to Yerushalayim. Of course, they're going straight to the eyes of the world, to Yerushalayim Yer HaKodesh. And they said, Rebbe, take a little shluf. And they saw the Rebbe's looking outside his window like this. He was exhausted, but he didn't close his eyes for a second. They said, no, Rebbe, it's going to take time. The Rebbe should go a bissel shlufen. You go to sleep for a bit. And the Rebbe said, my whole life, I've been wondering what it looks like, or what it feels like to look at that which God is looking at. And he quoted the famous pasuk in Devorah where it says, Erez asher einei Hashem elokecha ba mireshit hashana ve'ad acharit shana. The land of Israel is the land where God's eyes are gazing upon it all year long. From the beginning of the year, from the first second of the year, from the first day, from the first hour, from the first dawn, till the last sunset of the year. And that's as much as it's beautiful, it's also very intense. And perhaps that could explain why the intensity here is always at a completely different level than whatever's going on in the world. But whenever any Jew feels that, is going through some deep intensity as well, wherever they are, that's because the infinite light emanating from Eretz Yisrael, from the Holy Land, is reaching their heart as well. It's the headquarters for everything. And I just have to say that, like I mentioned before, being in Hebron, looking at what God was looking at, Jewish children receiving their chumash, right outside Me'arat HaMachpelah, that's a pretty beautiful thing. It's also very intense, but you know what? the land of Eretz Israel, Israel has never, ever looked more beautiful. It's never felt more precious. And I want to take this opportunity to just invite anyone, wherever they are in the world, to come and join us, come and look, come and use the eyes of Eretz Israel here with us. And the eyes have two functions. The eyes have the function of, I have to see what's in front of me. That's why God gave me eyes. And I also have to see that which isn't in front of me. And that's something we refer to in the prayer Nishmat Kol Chai on Shabbos morning, B'chol ayin lecha tetzapeh. That every eye will have this function of longing. Sometimes you look at the people's eyes, they're looking at you, but somehow the reflecting beam that's bouncing off, what's called or choser, the reflecting light that's coming back like a boomerang back into your eyes, is displaying this world of longing. Like, yeah, Ribono Shel I'm looking at the world you gave, but I'm using my eyes to long for something deeper, for something bigger, for something sweeter, for something holier. And friends, the eyes play a very interesting role throughout the Torah, obviously. But one place that it really like brings down the consciousness of that lovers have to look into each other's eyes to see both functions, that which they see in front of them and that which they know the other person is hoping for. What type of a person are you spending your life with? So it says that when Eliezer, the servant of Abraham, went on that faithful mission to find a wife for Isaac, his son Isaac, so it says that he came to the well and he met her at the well, and all these miracles took place with the donkeys and the water coming up to greet her from the well, as opposed to her going down to draw water. And our sages go deep into all the different miracles that took place. But when Eliezer, the servant, gives a play-by-play afterwards to her parents as to how everything transpired, how it all took place, so he uses a very interesting word. He doesn't say va'avo hayom el habe'er, that I came to the well, or he doesn't say I came va'avo hayom el hamayim. He says va'avo hayom el ha'ain. Now, ain is connected, obviously, ma'ayan, right? Wellspring. And ain can also mean that, which it does over there. But I always thought about it like this. We know, our sages tell us, that Rebecca, the Rivka, was 3 years old at the time. And everyone's wondering, like, how could this be? Behemet, come on. Well, how could this really be? And I think maybe Eliezer had these eyes of shlichus from his master, Abraham, and he was able to come and look into her eyes and realize this is the future mother of the Jewish people, because eyes don't lie. The eyes of the righteous ones it's so clear. So perhaps he looked into this 3-year-old's eyes and was somehow able to say, wow, this is a person who have eyes of longing. Like we say, Ve'eineinu tirena malchutecha, kadavar ha'amur b'shirei uzecha. Our eyes will see your kingdom, like it said throughout the wondrous songs of your strength. And that's basically the prayer of Mimkomcha Malkeinu Tofia, this prayer Shabbos morning where we're praying, Matai Timloch B'Tzion. We know it's going to happen. We just want to know, can we get a sense of when it's going to happen, when you're going to come and shine down this infinite light over the whole world. Ve'eineinu tirena malchutecha. Our eyes will see your kingdom. This is what happens in Eretz Israel. And we have a long history of trying to fix the way we look because of something that happened here in Eretz Israel, in the Holy Land. So if you don't mind, for just another few moments, open your hearts really deep. I can sense, even though we're on a screen, but I can sense anyone that's joining this wonderful chevra here. We're already there, and the wonderful chevra that have been sharing their hearts before this segment and will for hours afterwards. This is a very special, humbling event of people that really want to go to this place. God gave us our 5 senses, and we're trying to constantly refine them heal them, purify them. The one with the eyes got us into a lot of trouble. How so? It says in the Garden of Eden that when the beginning of the downfall of the opposite of infinite light, I would say maybe finite light, which is the tree of knowledge, it says that when Eve saw the tree, the pasuk says something amazing. It says, "Vatere haisha ki tov ha'etz lema'achal." Chava looked at the tree, and instead of just admiring its beauty, its wondrous beauty, probably the first tree she ever saw. I mean, she's only alive for a few hours, right? And instead of just being in awe of the beauty of creation, she says, wow, this tree is good for something. What is it good for? It's good for consummation. It's good for eating. Instead of just saying this is just good, but when we say this is good for something, we're basically wondering, like, okay, what could we get out of it? Instead of just to be in its awe. And its presence is awesome. Awesome. And we've tried over and over again to fix that nikudah, to fix that point of looking at things not to see what we can get out of it, but that's just to be in awe of what God created. Well, we had a chance to fix that. And Rabbi Nachman explains this, a lot of the tzaddikim explain this, that we had a chance to fix this with the meraglim, with the scouts, with the chevra, the heads of tribes that were sent out by Moshe Rabbeinu to go and see the land. And we all know how that ended. 10 out of the 12 come back and they report what they report based on using Chava eyes again, saying, what could we do with this land? What couldn't we do with this land? Is this good for this or for that? As opposed to, don't you just want to be in utter awe and wonderment when God lets you see his home? And again, we fall there. And we come back and we actually, that night everyone knows was Tisha B'Av. When they came back, it ended up being Tisha B'Av. We cried and cried. And our sages told us, those tears paved the way for us to cry over losing our home because we forgot how to look at things. Maybe we never even knew how to look at things. But Eretz Yisrael is the place, Hanukkah is the only holiday that took place in Eretz Yisrael. It's the most Eretz Yisrael holiday. And in Hanukkah we have a tikkun for this because we sit by the candles and we say the following words. We're sitting next to infinite light and we say the words, Ve'en lanu reshut lishtamesh b'hem. Master of the world, we have no permission to use these lights for anything. Ela lir'otam bilvad. But rather, just to look at them. Kidei lehodot u'lehalel l'shimcha gadol al nisecha v'al niflosecha v'al yishuasecha, which will then bring out the will and desire to just say thank you and thank you. I didn't use it. I didn't use the light for anything. No, but I'm in awe of the beauty of creation. And in the eyes of Eretz Yisrael bring us to that exact place. That the more that I look around me here in the Holy Land, I don't look at like, what could I use this for? I have to look at it with eyes of, wow, Ribono Shel Olam, this is causing my eye to litzapot, to just long and yearn for a world where people learn and know how to look at each other. This past Friday, I'm shopping in the supermarket, getting ready for Shabbos, and I get a call, and it's a very precious neshama that's been struggling for many years with different inyanim, different matters. The person said to me, I just can't get away from how I think people are looking at me, their eyes that are looking at me. So I want to end with a prayer for her and prayer for all those that are looking. They're looking for people to look at them with the eyes of Eretz Yisrael, not the eyes of what could I use you for, but the eyes of it's a privilege to see someone that's on their journey. It's the privilege to see someone that longs for infinite light. It's a privilege to be in touch with someone who longs for the eyesight of Eretz Yisrael. And this is a melody that I just learned recently. It's not mine. It's written by a very precious soul named Michal Shapiro, who's taught me a lot in terms of how to look at the world. So, listen to these lyrics. Some eyes are seeking only to find what is wrong and not what is right, tearing apart and staring apart others' lives with the knives of their sight. Some eyes are seeking only to heal, putting pieces together again, holding a vision of the way things could be, and applying those glues to mend. How long will it take? How many lives till we learn well this simple rule, that the way your eyes look at the world is the way eyes will look back at you. Hi da 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 da, hi da da da. Da 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 dee 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 dee. Do 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 da da dee 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 dee. So I leave you with these parting lyrics. How long will it take? How many lives till we learn this simple rule, that the way your eyes look at the world is the way eyes will look back at you, is the way eyes will look back at you. Ve'einenu Sinana Malchusecha. With these eyes of Eretz Yisrael will look right back at me. Thank you so much. Good Chodesh. Chag Sameach. Join us at home, friends.